Good morning everyone. I'm sitting in the car park outside of Aldi and today we are going to be doing a budget food shop. We're bringing the series back. I know so many of you have been requesting for us to bring this back because there is a cost of living crisis happening at the minute. Food prices are soaring and I really want to help you come up with ideas on how to shop vegan on a budget, the meals that you can make and make it accessible because things are very expensive and I'm interested to see how this is going to go because we're going to try and stick to £30 for two people, so £15 each. I think when I first made this video in Aldi it was £12. We'll try and do it as cheaply as possible and you'll be able to tell by the title how much it ended up costing us. But let's get straight inside. So we're going to start in the fresh veg fruit section. I've got a few things on the list that we're going to grab here first. We're going to get some lettuce. Iceberg lettuce is always the cheapest and you get so much out of it. So that's weird, this one's 70 and this one's 95. Let's compare. I don't think that's an extra 15p extra, do you? Nah. So tomatoes are on the list, but they are a little bit of a luxury because we can get tin tomatoes. So I'm going to put them in a pile of optional extras. Aubergines are on that list as well, and we're going to have to try and tally everything up and see if we can afford it. We think that these ones are the cheapest, but I'm already noticing just how much the prices have gone up. We go to a different shop near us because this shop is actually further away. So I haven't been to Aldi in a while to compare the prices. We've got a Lidl and Sainsbury's closest to us. But yeah, prices definitely soared. So that's 75p. I cannot get my head around that. So this is going in the optional extra pile. Wonky mushrooms, it's £2 per kilogram. And there's loads of them. It's pretty cool. They have a lot of wonky potatoes. The only issue is I did plan a jacket potato, but I feel like I can just do like smashed potatoes. It doesn't have to be a jacket. I'll show you how to do that in the next video. Subscribe. Okay, carrots, they are the dream, the cheapest vegetable. I only have 4 down on my list, but it means that I can add them to other things. And these are only 24p for 500 grams. 500 grams? Yes. I need onions for recipes. I do have some onions at home and I feel like I've mentioned this in all of these videos, that there will always be food that you already have at home from last week. And this week it's going to be onions. I'm not going to buy extra onions if I've got some at home. And also Aldi is kind of crap in that everything is bagged. You can't just buy single onions. So I'm going to get these onions because I do need extra red, but I'm pretty sure we have some brown onions at home. It's kind of like a cupboard essential. But these are 85p. Some of the recipes, I'm including my basil plant that I have at home. So if you don't have one, get a basil plant because then you can have endless amounts of basil without having to repurchase it. Because if you just keep popping it, put it on your windowsill, keep it alive, water it, that means you've actually got food growing at home and you don't need a garden. Coriander is more difficult to keep alive. Please give me tips on how to keep this alive because every time I've tried, it's not happened. So coriander is 52p. Oh, what's this? 30% off. Why is that? I guess that's old, so look out for the reduced stuff. Nice and cheap. So it's 52p, but that's 30% off. Now we're making it to the vegan protein section. This is where you're going to get all the goods to keep you full. Chickpeas is the only beans that I'm going to be buying, and get some lentils as well. But I really recommend that you write a list, because if I hadn't written a list, I would have been so tempted to be like, oh, I'm going to get some different beans that I can enjoy this week. You know, some kidney beans, some other things that I can have in sandwiches. But because I planned, I know what I'm having, so I can just stick to exactly what I'm cooking. And it also means that your meal's going to be more exciting rather than you just winging it. Yeah. What about those ones? They're 32p. I mean, to be honest, if we have the budget, I would always go for the slightly nicer ones because it's what, 6p is it? Difference? And the cheapest of the chopped tomatoes never taste that good. There's more water, I feel like. Let's have a look. 60% tomatoes, 70% tomatoes. So that's worth 6p to me for cooking and to make it taste better. Realised this is way cheaper. This is 35p and the other one was 75. Right, rice. Rice is one of the easiest things, cheapest staple foods that you can buy. Is it cheaper than pasta, or is pasta cheaper? Let's find out. Long grain, not the best tasting, but it's way cheaper. So it's 45p per kilogram versus £1.75 per kilogram. It's rice. Rice is delicious. They don't seem to have normal noodles. The issue being vegan sometimes becomes, well, actually, these are more expensive than these. It's odd. But yeah, they've only got egg noodles. Like Tesco will have rice noodles, udon noodles, soba noodles, all of it. These ones which are pre-packaged aren't the most budget friendly. So these are going to go in the optional extra because I'm not sure about these. I want to get some snacks because realistically I'm going to eat some crisps at some point. So we've got to try and find the cheapest ones. I would personally want these. But I'm going to eat this all in one go and they're going to be gone, and like they're £1 for a bag. So we need like a multi-pack. Oh look! They've got a multi-pack of my favourite one. Okay. They do actually have a pretty epic vegan section. So we've got salt and vinegar, no fish fillets, £1.99. No chicken strips, barbecue, no pork bonbons. Huh? Yeah, Indian inspired, Chinese inspired. Vegetable burgers, spicy burgers, beef burgers. Down here they've got meat-free meatballs. So I did write on the list as like an optional extra to get. Basically, if they had something on offer. I'm not seeing anything on offer, so this will go into the optional pile, but I'm going to try and get something that's affordable to go into our pasta, because sometimes these things are actually a really good source of protein. I'm a bit concerned because we can't find lentils and we can't find tofu, and we can't find stir-fried mixed vegetables. So the recipes I've planned, I don't know, is it just this Aldi? The Aldi that I used to go to, where I used to live, had all those things, so I'm a bit confused. So unsweetened soy is always the cheapest. This is 55p and it's on offer, but you can get coconut, almond, I don't know how much oat it is, it doesn't seem to say, but UHT milk, always cheaper than getting it in the fridge section, and also it means it lasts longer because you can just store it in the cupboard. Instead of buying bread, we're going to make bread because bread is extremely filling and you can have it for lunch, breakfast, and all you need to get is flour. It's a really good skill to have, I feel like, with lots of budgeting. Learning how to cook and having the skills to cook certain things from scratch will save you so much money. My favourite! So, running into a few technical issues. They don't have bread flour. They've got self-raising flour, plain flour, yeast, all the baking stuff, so we might need to go to the other Aldi that's just down the road, because he said that they just sometimes have it, sometimes don't. Maybe the other Aldi does. No tofu. They do have lots of plant-based alternatives. No tofu. So we are going to go to the other Aldi to see if it's just this Aldi, because maybe it's the smaller one. And if it is the same there, then that's the situation, and maybe we'll have to buy this sort of thing as an alternative. But tofu is such a staple. It's a shame. We'll basically just see. We'll do what we can here, and then we'll go somewhere else, because we also can't find lentils. Yeah. Gonna grab some wonky red peppers, mixed peppers. Don't know how much they are because there's no label. I think that might be it now because I can't find the lentils. Alex is running the trolley back, but success! That was only £19, so it was exactly 18.97, which I did not expect because we basically bought all the extras. It didn't have bread flour or lentils or tofu, so we are going to go to the other Aldi in this area, see if they have those things, and if they don't, then that's part of the video, that's part of the experience and the experiment, because a lot of these shops will stock what people are buying, and I guess those things, maybe people are buying more convenience foods because they're busy, because life is difficult at the minute and it's easier to buy convenience foods, easier to buy meat and dairy, those kinds of things. There's not as many vegan people, maybe, I don't know, during these times. There's so many reasons, or it just might be one of those things that they're not very common foods in general. I don't even know if Aldi has ever sold tofu. Let me know, because I'm trying to remember. And when we used to live where we used to live, our closest shop was Aldi, and we used to go to Aldi and then we go to Morrison's afterwards to get anything that Aldi didn't have. So I'm pretty sure we used to go to Morrison's to get the tofu, if I'm remembering correctly, and like vegan cheese. But yeah, we're heading to the next Aldi and hopefully they have bread flour at least. Right, we really should have come to this Aldi. It's way bigger and not as busy. So I think we're going to get this because I can't see tofu. So I was buying tofu for a stir fry and also a soup. Oh, I don't know. Because we're going to be lacking in protein, aren't we? So I had it on my list of noodle stir fry and then a like miso soup. So this shop doesn't do lentils either, or tofu, or bread flour. I bought normal flour and I'm going to use the bread flour we have at home because I do feel like they usually do stock bread flour. I just think it's having a bad day. I don't think they usually stock lentils though. So we're going to do chili instead of dal. So I'm going to get red kidney beans. And then for the cottage pie, I need to just have a little think. I'm sure I can think of something. They have tinned lentils, they don't have fresh lentils. So this is a lot more expensive because they're already cooked. But this will do for the cottage pie and we will do a chili. Second shop is done. That was $4.68. So the total is
$23.65.
$23.65. So it's going to be a £12 per head shop. I am obviously aware that lots of you shop as a single person, so it is very different. You wouldn't be buying as much food. And it tends to be cheaper if you shop for more people. So if I was single, I would do probably a shop every 2 weeks, buy bulk foods and then fresh stuff every week. So it would try and make it cheaper, and also like meal prepping and bulk cooking, that kind of thing, and then freezing portions. But that is, I'm so impressed, and it means that we do have the option to go to the shop again if we need to, but I don't think we're going to need to. I think we're going to be okay. The only concern I do have is the lack of protein. I'm used to eating tofu a lot because it's a really great source of protein on a vegan diet, and the fact that Aldi doesn't sell it means that my usual protein intake is probably going to go down, which is not ideal. However, I do have protein powder at home and I'm going to be having it this week. I'm also going to be making some protein bars with that protein powder, and I'll price that up for you. I'll price it up with the protein powder I have, and then I'll also price it up with the protein powder that's more affordable, because I know the one I have isn't the most affordable. And yeah, but that will be all in the next video. Let's go home and I'll show you what we got. So we're back home and I'm going to show you everything we bought. I'll put on screen how much everything cost. So the first thing is plain flour. Like I said, we have bread flour in the cupboard, and Aldi does usually have bread flour. And how much was this? Oh, well, however much it is, it's not expensive.
50p.
50p, so we would have been able to afford it. I'm sure your Aldi does have them. We've got the no beef teriyaki strips. I'm really excited to try these in a stir fry. And yeah, the second Aldi, we mainly just got beans because we're having chili now instead of dal. So green lentils, chopped tomatoes, chickpeas, kidney beans. Kidney beans, you can get the cheaper version, the everyday essentials. And then black beans and more green lentils. Do we have the receipts, or are they in the car? Alex is going to get the receipts. Porridge, of course, which is good timing because I just ran out of porridge. This is the most budget-friendly breakfast you can have. Penne. Loads of broccoli. This is definitely going to go beyond this week, but also it's going to be great to bulk out different meals. You can have it with lots of different things. Cucumber. Meat-free meatballs. Were these like £1 something?
£1.15.
£1.15. So they were the cheapest meat-free things. So we're going to have those with the penne pasta.
I think they used to sell mince, but they don't anymore.
Long grain rice. We could have afforded to splash out on the basmati, so we know that for next time.
I think it's a good guide.
Yes. More chickpeas.
Yeah, loads of protein.
Chopped tomatoes. Red onion. Carrots. Soy milk. Got 2 of these soy milks. I kind of wish I got an oat milk now, actually. Garden peas. We're going to make a pea and mince soup for lunch today. I'm very excited. And Alex is going to make some bread. Here are little lentil chips, barbecue flavour. I'm really excited to try these because these look like an imitation of, is it proper chips?
Yes.
Coriander, and these are 30% off. Wok noodles. I'm very excited by the volume of mushrooms that we have. 2 ginormous wonky mushrooms. I'm very pleased that they have the wonky mushrooms. Not so pleased with the volume of plastic, the fact that Aldi does not allow you to pick up individual.
We had this problem last time.
Yeah, wonky potatoes, but at least they're using the kind of the ones that are wonky. Wonky peppers.
We're able to get the fancy aubergines.
Aubergine, I'm going to be making, I've forgotten what I'm going to be making with this. One of the things I'm going to be making, pasta, yeah, I'm going to put this in the pasta. And then also I'm going to be roasting it for a lovely sandwich, some like roasted aubergine with hummus. Yum. Lettuce.
Yoink.
Tomatoes, very happy I managed to get some fresh tomatoes. And bananas. So all of this came to, what did we say?
£23.65.
£23.65, so that's £24 for 2 people, so £12 each. Incredible budget shop. Only time will tell if this works for a full week. Like my other videos, I don't include things like oil, salt, pepper, basic condiments, basic spices, because those are things lots of us do have in our cupboards. Yes, we often have to stock up on those and they will add an extra cost. But I didn't do that for this video because I don't think that's particularly helpful, because then it will limit me drastically with the recipes and giving you advice. Because I would hope you'd have things like vegetable oil, salt and pepper, that kind of stuff in your cupboard.
We have asked this before.
Yeah, we have, and the resounding consensus is leave the essentials out because it gives us more variety with options and ideas and recipe ideas, basically. And I'd really recommend that over time, if you are on a budget, to just add certain ingredients into your pantry over time. So add an extra spice, maybe when it's on offer, or a condiment each week, or every, a few things each week, so you can build up your stock pantry, and it means that you're able to cook more things from scratch and save money in the long run. So that's a really great idea. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video, because I'm going to be making breakfast, lunch, dinners out of all these ingredients. Go check out my playlist, which has all of my other videos, budget shop videos, because we've done, what was it, Aldi, Lidl, Sainsbury's, Tesco?
Nearly all of them, Tesco.
Asda.
Yeah. We started with Tesco.
Yeah.
I think it was about 3 years ago, 3.5 years we did Aldi.
We kind of stopped during the pandemic and haven't really got back into it. So yeah, go check out that if you're looking for ideas, and I'll see you in the next video, basically, for all the recipes and all the meals we make. Bye. Bye.